It is 5:30, so let's call the order this meeting for Monday, March 28th. Jordan, would you go ahead and start us off with a roll call, please?
Councilmember Ronayne.
Present.
Remley.
Present.
Lunsman.
Present.
Reif. Johnson.
Present.
Reinbold.
Present.
Langer.
Present.
Rux.
Present.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Present. Please stand with me for the Pledge of Allegiance. First order of business will be to approve this week's agenda. I do have one alteration to make under new business. We'd like to press the new item A to a later time and to allot for a work session relating to the specifics on that. So I take a motion to approve the agenda with that change, please.
Move to approve the agenda with that exception. Second.
A motion from Councilman Johnson and a second from Councilman Reinbold to approve this week's agenda with that alteration. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And opposed, nay. Motion does carry. We'll move along to last week's minutes for March 21st. Can I get a motion to approve those minutes as printed and provided?
Move to approve.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Lunsman and a second from Councilman Rux. All in favor, please say aye.
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 And opposed, nay. Motion does carry. Next, we've got our open forum, but since we've got no one signed up to speak here, we'll move along to our consent calendar, where we have got 6 items of routine city business, including a proclamation, which we have some people here to receive. So, could I get a motion to approve that consent calendar?
Move to approve.
Second.
And a motion from Councilman Reinbold and a second from Councilman Rux. Jordan, I believe we'll have an extension on this one, so could I have you give us a voice vote on that, please?
Councilmember Ronayne.
Aye.
Remley.
Abstain.
Lunsman.
Aye.
Johnson.
Aye.
Reinbold.
Aye.
Langer.
Aye.
Rux.
Aye.
Mayor Schoeneman.
Aye, motion does carry. That approval of this proclamation, I'm going to go ahead and read it. See, we have some members of our Exchange Club here today. This is an official proclamation for the City of Aberdeen, whereas the Exchange Club of Aberdeen exemplifies the best traditions of the National Exchange Club organization, actively participating in the programs of service of the National Exchange Club and making invaluable contributions to the lives of the citizens of Aberdeen, whereas Exchange Club of Aberdeen believes in the spirit of America and promotes Americanism through sponsorships of Wiley Park Walk of Flags. And whereas the Exchange Club of Aberdeen, through its 50-year history, has supported the community spirit of Aberdeen through participation and leadership in community events. Whereas the Exchange Club of Aberdeen promotes and supports Youth of Aberdeen through its presentation of monthly Young Citizenship Awards to middle school students and Student of the Month Awards to high school seniors. And whereas the Exchange Club of Aberdeen recognizes the dangers of child abuse and has worked tirelessly to promote the prevention of child abuse through its pledge of donations for a visitation room at Safe Harbor Shelter in Aberdeen, and also through the donation of Real Care baby infant simulators to our area high schools and social service organizations. Whereas the Exchange Club of Aberdeen supports our military and veterans by conducting fundraising and giving financial support, participating in volunteer work, and whereas the Exchange Club of Aberdeen supports and promotes the freedom and greatness of this country through the 12 National Exchange Club Freedom Shrines installed throughout our community, I, therefore, be it resolved, Travis Schoeneman, the Mayor of the City of Aberdeen, South Dakota, do proclaim March 29th, 2022 as the Exchange Club of Aberdeen Day. So, this has been signed and witnessed, and we'll pass that off if you'd like to hold it. And if you'll stick around until the end of the meeting, I'd be happy to snap a picture with you guys. Otherwise, if you'd like to just grab it, we can do that at another time. Pass that to the end in case you're looking to get out of here. I don't expect this is going to be the longest meeting we've ever had. With that, we'll move along to our new business, where we have a public hearing and possible first reading on ordinance 220303 to rezone property described as lots 5 and 6, block 41, Thomas Edition at 920 South Main Street from a C3 commercial district to an R3 district. Brett, Bill, what can you tell us about that?
This property is located at 920 Main Street South, and they're in essence requesting rezoning or to bring the property into compliance with a multi-use district. Staff and Planning Commission recommend approval.
Move approval.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Rux and a second from Councilman Reinbold. Do we have any questions on this one?
Second from Johnson.
Oh, second from Johnson. Sorry about that. Jordan, did you get that?
Yes, I did.
Any questions for planning and zoning? With that, I will take a roll call vote. Jordan, could you give us a vote on this first reading, please?
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. The next issue we've got to discuss here tonight is the public hearing and possible first reading of ordinance 220304, which rezones property described as Lot 1 at the Cambridge Edition, which is at 1501 8th Avenue Northeast from a C2 commercial to an R3 district. Brett, I expect much of the same.
They're requesting this in order to develop the property for residential use. Staff and Planning Commission recommend approval.
Move approval.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson and a second from Councilman Reinbold. Any contributions from the council on this one? All right, Jordan.
Councilmember Ronayne,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the action on an application for a permit of cannabis dispensary, which will be located at 428 North Highway 281, which is in Suite 1 to the company called Genesis Farms LLC. And I'm going to kick that up to our city manager, Joe Gaa, for a little bit of explanation on the application.
Yes, thank you, Mayor. I think as we get started, I'll just give you a little bit of an update of where we are in this process, since these are the first ones you're seeing. As you'll remember, the ordinance that you approved allowed for up to 6, and so these are the first 4. We're at the point in time, once we have 6 approved, we'll be able to stop. The 5th one is in the hopper, almost completed the review, and the 6th one just arrived last week and is starting to undergo review. One of the things that was a little misleading in this when it started was these will be permitted by the state. This is one of those somewhat like liquor licenses. They're really duplicated here, and there is a lot of work involved in these. Pretty much every department head touched it because there were different things involving it. So it was quite a process in going through it, and I appreciate staff working on all of these. As far as what you're seeing tonight, these first 3 are from Genesis Farms. I just want to say their applications were very well put together. These were the first ones we got in, and they were good for us as a staff to kind of get our bearings on these. So we appreciate the folks that put those together. And there are 3 of them. We recommend approval of all 3 of them. And then the 4th one, just as to keep this moving, is Dakota Herb. Again, another good application, and we appreciated that one as well. Staff has reviewed these thoroughly and recommends approval.
Sounds good. I would take a motion on, we'll do the first one first.
Move to
one-
approve.
Second.
I've got a motion from Councilwoman Langer and a second from Councilman Rux. Does anyone have anything to inquire as to the application? Their city manager, city attorney, or perhaps the applicant themselves? I trust that most of you probably reviewed those in person. Jordan, could you give us a roll call vote on the first one?
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson, Lunsman,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got our similar action application for permit cannabis dispensary. This one is located at 1812 6th Avenue Southeast. Joe's given us our description and explanation. Everything else remains the same. Can I get a motion?
Move to approve.
Second.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Remley and a second from Councilman Rux with an R. How's it going here tonight for me? Anything on this one? Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Ronayne,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. And the third Action on application, similar as the other two, but this one will be located at 10 Railroad Avenue Southwest.
Move to approve.
Second.
I've got a motion from Councilman Remley and a second from Councilman Ronayne. Anyone on this have anything to contribute before we make our final vote with the Genesis Farms folks? All right, Jordan, go ahead and give me a roll call vote, please.
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Thank you for joining us here tonight. Next, we've got our action for application for the permit for cannabis dispensary at 3307 7th Avenue Southeast, which is located in Suite 110, Dakota Herb LLC. Joe, anything special with this one?
No, same thing, staff recommends approval.
Move approval.
Second.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Rux and a second from Councilwoman Langer. Go ahead, Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote on this one then, please?
Councilmember Ronayne,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Thank you for joining us as well. We'll move along to our recommendation to award the bid, which we'll consider alternate A for the North Dakota Street Project improvements to Reedy Construction for the amount of $2,629,565. And here to tell us about that is City Engineer Robin Bobzine. Robin, tell us about that street project, would you?
Okay, well, we only received one bid. It's kind of the climate that we're noticing right now is a lot of the contractors, I believe, are not able to get the materials that they need to do. This particular one, the contractor is in good shape and felt they could bid it. They're in position to do the work. They were a little bit above the engineer's estimate, but we really didn't know where we were gonna be at, as I explained a week or so ago, that this is kind of unprecedented territory for us. We do feel it's a good bid and it's within budget. We are looking at taking a block off of this to bring it down a little bit. It would save us in the neighborhood of $200,000, which would give us a little bit of buffer for some of the other projects that we have not bid yet. This would take us from 8th Avenue through Railroad South. So that would allow us to get in our medians and things like that for the railroad crossing work. And we think that's probably what we should be doing to give us just a little bit of cushion for other projects and not have to just abandon some of our other projects. So we recommend approval of the bid as bid, and we will do what we can to change order out that one block if you're okay with that.
Move to approve the bid recommendation.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Johnson and a second from Councilman Rux. Does anyone have any questions for the engineering department? Councilman
So
Johnson.
at the railroad crossing, will this then have that curbing like we've seen at other recent installs?
It will have curbing. We will be doing a narrower curb than what you're seeing at Roosevelt or up on 8th Avenue. Those are fairly wide. These would be, in order to get turning movements into the parking lots and stuff, we're going to narrow those up a little bit.
Thank you.
So, yeah.
Any other questions for Robin on this one? All right, Jordan, could you give me a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got the recommendation to award the bid, alternate B, for the Klein Street reconstruction project to B&B Contracting in the amount of $1.8 million. It's actually $1,808,680, as well as to reject the bid, which was labeled as alternate A, submitted by B&B Contracting Inc. Robin, what can you tell us about that?
The money we have set aside for this is right around $1.75 million. So that's one of the reasons for bringing back a little bit on the Dakota Street project in order to fit this one within budget. We do know that there, as happens on all of our projects, slight change orders. So we do expect a little bit of growth on this, but we're making room with the use of the other project. By rejecting alternate A, which is the piece on North Klein, so from 3rd Avenue up to 6th Avenue, that piece fits with right at budget, but it's not as crucial to get that one done yet. I'd rather see us get the piece done on the south end of town, get that segment completed. So that's why we're recommending that piece at this time. And the contractor is fully supportive of this and expected this to happen when they knew where their numbers were coming at. So we recommend approval as stated here.
Move approval.
Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Rux and a second from Councilman Johnson. Any questions on this one? Moving parts and all? All right, John, go ahead.
Councilmember Ronayne,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Rux,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got our presentation of quarterly activities for Aberdeen Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. And joining us here tonight is Casey Wisemantle, their director. Casey, thank you for joining us, and thanks for providing these printed materials in addition to the stuff that you've thrown online.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. I appreciate you giving us some time to go over the Q4 and end of the year update for the CVB. I apologize, it's end of March, but we were waiting for some numbers to come in along with scheduling a date to come present for you to this evening. So I did provide our little one-sheeter that we normally try to provide information on. It gives you information on Q4 updates, our Q4 marketing, and our year-to-date marketing. It gives you information on new marketing that we tried for 2021, along with some additional avenues which we help get the word out on Aberdeen, YouTube. It gives you information on our Q4 email marketing and our year-to-date email marketing. Then it also gives you information on our social media analytics, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Q4 and year-to-date. Some of these numbers, excuse me, may look not as appealing as we would like. You always like to hit home runs and always like to see everything on the positive side. But as you know, the end of 2020, we received some DMO funding, some federal funding that we were able to utilize. And that really helped get the word out on visiting Aberdeen, along with the vacation side and the hunting side of things. So you'll see some numbers that, unfortunately, 2021 doesn't always beat 2020. Alan, you have a question?
Yeah, I'm just noticing in these three columns here, I wonder if the Excel sum function here got it just opposite. It looks to me like the first three should be gains, the next three not, and the last two gains. Would that be correct for comparing 21 in the second column?
Yes, Alan, you're right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, thank
Yep.
you.
That's my bad. I'll correct that and upload it to your guys' spreadsheet. But yeah.
The good news is
So yeah, good news. We gained.
more gains. More gains.
Throw your
only
hat in
bad
the air.
because it was a clerical error.
No, I was sitting here thinking, oh, how am I going to explain this? But, yeah. Thank you, Alan.
You're welcome.
You just became my favorite. No. But yeah, so we were dealing with some things comparing 2020 to 2021 with that DMO funding. We weren't always able to beat those numbers that were set the previous year. And looking forward to 2021, finishing that out, you'll see that we did some new things. We tried some new marketing with some billboards in some different locations, some sponsorship of public broadcasting, just really trying to capture that youth and that family orientation to get them to come and vacation in Aberdeen. Flipping the page, our hunting side of things. Alan, I think my columns are correct there, if you would double check that for me. Q4, again, analytics for our website, Q4 marketing, year-to-date marketing, 2021 new marketing for Huntfish SD, and then obviously Aberdeen winning the Rooster Rush Award at State Tourism this year. That makes it 6 out of 12 years, so we're really proud of that, the community of Aberdeen helping us out with that. Our Q4 email marketing, year-to-date email marketing, and our social media analytics for Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. What it comes down to, again, we're trying some new stuff. We're trying to work with some outdoor writers and film crews as they come in. Any way we can help take those marketing dollars and stretch them a little farther as opposed to always paying for things. How can we leverage the relationships that we have and make them work for us? So, any questions on these? Yes, Alan, you're getting me again. Sorry.
Casey, I'm your biggest booster and your easiest critic.
Did I drop the ball on this thing tonight?
But
Oh, I'm sorry.
except for the first one,
Okay.
the rest are all opposites too.
Okay, I will correct that. I apologize.
But just good information. Thank you.
It would be, and it might be a formulation, tabulation, switching columns. So I will correct that and get those in your hands. I apologize.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Tiff, yes?
No, you don't have to correct that. I mean, we can.
No, I will. I'll correct it and I'll upload it to your
Regardless,
guys'
it's great information. You
website.
guys do an incredible job, and I hope you know that. So
That's embarrassing though to mess that up. I apologize.
there's a lot worse things you could do, Casey. So.
Trust me, I'll find ways.
Just
No.
blame it on Excel.
Excel. I love Excel, but I hate it at times. And then I did provide additional information that is uploaded to your guys' website. Looking at visitor traffic, we track occupancy tax. That's that $2 tax that visitors pay when they come. Tracking 2021 versus 2020, we were 18.62% over 2020. So that's a good thing. We're excited about that. That means visitors are coming to Aberdeen and they're vacationing, they're staying overnight, they're renting a hotel room, and we're trying to rebound over 2020 as quickly as possible. Now, what do they do when they're here? When they're here visiting, they're spending money, hopefully. We also track the lodging. Lodging was 30%. This is money that circulates in the community. We track the SIC codes, and lodging was 30% over 2020. Eating was just under 20% over 2020. Drinking was 30% over 2020. And all of those averaged together year to date was 22.57% over 2020. So again, that's visitors coming to the area. Those visitors are spending money while they're here, and that translates into good things for the community of Aberdeen. People visiting and people spending money. We also track information through Arrivalist, which we are provided this information on behalf of South Dakota Tourism. And they track the non-residents or the out-of-staters along with the in-staters. They track them as well. So if you ever have if you have a cell phone, which everybody does, you're always being tracked. There's like 30,000 different applications that they can track you, whether it's a weather bug, whether it's social media, whatever it is. If you want to get off the radar, make sure and shut everything off. But they track you nonetheless. So in October, they tracked 45,000 visitors that came to Aberdeen. That's pretty cool. I mean, that's out of state and in state. Top places: Sioux Falls, Minneapolis, Fargo, Bismarck, Rapid City, and Chicago. For November, we tracked, 51,366 visitors that came to Aberdeen. Where are those people coming from? Sioux Falls, Minneapolis, Bismarck, Fargo, Rapid City, and Omaha. So we're catching that same corridor, but that fifth one is always a variable, it seems like. December, we tracked 39,892 visitors that came to Aberdeen. And take a guess at the top four: Sioux Falls, Minneapolis, Fargo, Bismarck, Rapid City, and Denver. So we're trying to branch out into the places that we know our bread and butter's at, where we know our traffic is coming from. But obviously we're always trying to track new areas where we can spread that information as well. And you see that in those numbers. Events for 2021, Hotel Alliance side of things, they paid out $100,150 to events held in 2021, or 2020 carryover events that didn't happen but then did happen in 2021. Snow Queen Festival, Bonspiels, soccer, gun club, trap shooting, NCAA division tournament, bull riding, wrestling, Boys and Girls Club, Arts in the Park, Dakota Cup soccer, Storybook Land Festival, softball, Sizzling Summer Nights. It goes on and on. So those are events that are held in Aberdeen that draw those visitors, hopefully with that emphasis on that overnight stay. And then also, finally, we did complete in 2021 our strategic planning. The Convention and Visitors Bureau went through a strategic planning session extensively. The top 3 things: our mission, to enhance the well-being of the Aberdeen region; our vision, a robust, engaged community that welcomes visitors, gives a positive experience and benefits of regional and economic growth. We value those core values. That's what we utilize when we put forth our message. The 3 things that came to light during our strategic planning: deliver the mission of the CVB, help build the brand of the Aberdeen CVB, and then create a sustainable visitor and event economy in the community and the region. And I think some of these topics have come up in prior city council meetings. It was probably Alan. He said, make sure that we own what we do. Take ownership of what you do. Help get the word out there and take ownership of that. And we've started that with our Friendly Faces of Tourism campaign. You might see it every Saturday on our social media page. There's a photo of myself, staff, CVB Board of Directors, Hotel Alliance Board of Directors, but somehow, some way, we're getting those faces out there in the community. Meet so-and-so with the Hotel Alliance, a friendly face of tourism in Aberdeen. When you see him out in the community, say hello. We're just really trying to subtly explain who we are, what we do, and why we do it. We want the community of Aberdeen to engage and rally behind us because it makes our job easier. So, any questions at all? Clint, yes?
So coming on this year, of course, 2021 was much better than 2020, but we all know what 2020 was like.
Yes.
What do you see are some of the challenges of coming this year as we sort of keep that expansion, hopefully going? And what do you think are some of the missed opportunities?
The expansion, obviously, we want to capture as much as we can, whenever we can. We have an internal calendar that we utilize in-house. We utilize that for scheduling events. So if a soccer tournament is trying to host a tournament over Father's Day weekend when there's arts in the park, when there's also a swim meet, we can advise them, guys, that's a really tight weekend. I don't know if I'm going to have enough hotel rooms for you. You may want to pick an alternate weekend. Can you go a week earlier? Can you go a week later? With that, that's just an example. The month of March, busy. State B basketball, the Y tournaments. The month of June is going to be completely packed. We're looking at stealing a swim. Don't print this. We're looking at stealing a swim meet away from Huron in July. But I have to be able to provide 350 hotel rooms in order to even bid it. So then that creates more work for us. I'm just kidding. You can print that. I don't care. But that creates more work for us that we have to go out and we have to secure those hotel rooms in order to be able to bid the event. So, it's I know you and I have had this conversation before, which is first, the chicken or the egg. You have to have events which create the need for hotel rooms, but you have to have hotel rooms in order to host events. And we run that fine line. We want to host anything and everything we possibly can, but I also don't want to create a black eye where we host too many events and then there's not enough hotel rooms in Aberdeen. So, looking forward to 2022, again, we're going to branch out in some different media areas. We're going to leverage our contacts and our relationships. But we're going after everything we possibly can. That's our motto. We do that every day, I guess. Okay. I hope that answered yours. I'm sorry.
I'm aware of some of the challenges that we have, being a community of our size.
Yeah.
But I think you guys do a great job. And I think you guys are involved and you really want to try and capture everything you can. And it shows. Mm-hmm. And I think, there are hopefully opportunities in the future where maybe we can capture more events and maybe fill things more often.
Yeah. And we're trying some different things on our end too. We're partnering with NSU and PC, providing hundreds and hundreds of visitor packets to both Northern and PC. And those families are coming to visit and they're bringing little Johnny or little Susie to maybe go to school here in the fall, why not give them a visitor bag on the community that they might potentially be living in? That's something we've never done in the past. I don't know why we haven't, but we did it now, and we can't get them to them fast enough, so that's good. But we're also looking for different avenues. How can we get the word out? Again, trying to stretch that dollar as best we can. So,
Casey, you had mentioned in here
Yeah.
additional 27 YouTube videos promoting Aberdeen. What do those videos entail, and where can we see those things?
those go to our YouTube channel, Aberdeen Area Convention and Visitors Bureau. It features Joe's favorite CVB employee, Catherine. She does an excellent job. She tries to put out a video every Tuesday. If you have locations, you would love to have her come, and if Joe would love to do an interview with her some Tuesday, she would love to make that happen. But yeah, we're just trying to get the word out, different locations, feature different locations in Aberdeen. It's basically our way of giving the calendar of events. Hitting it every Tuesday from a different location, maybe interviewing somebody special, a new friendly face of tourism that you might not know or might not recognize. But yeah, we host them on our YouTube channel.
And then the public broadcasting television spots, have you been getting feedback from those things at all, or what kind of?
We did. We received some good numbers on those. Obviously, them thanking us for their sponsorship. Whenever you can set little Johnny or little Susie down in front of the TV for that TV babysitter, and they're watching that favorite public broadcasting channel, and we hit them with 1 or 2 videos or commercials on Aberdeen, and next thing you know, they want to come visit Aberdeen. That's what we're hoping for. It's just exposure, trying to capture that unique exposure for that family setting, that family atmosphere. And just trying South Dakota Public Broadcasting as one of the new outlets. So,
Sure. Anyone else got anything?
Just going to say it's always exciting to see double-digit increases there.
I'm sorry about that spreadsheet. I'll correct it.
No, it's
I'll
not
use
that.
that, Crow.
No,
Yeah, I think Tiffany's right.
I'm
We can-
reinforcing the
You don't need to send it.
reinforcing the good. Just appreciate your
Yeah.
staff always being aggressive and assertive, working in concert with Aberdeen businesses to
Yeah.
make it a magnet.
Absolutely.
And so the numbers bear that out. It just top notch. Good
Thank
job.
you. And I would encourage you, city council members, to go to that website, that website that we have on our page, or that page on our website that we have for the city council. There's a lot more information on there that I don't even bring to the meetings because Joe won't let me. So, but I appreciate you guys, all you do to help support the CVB. I appreciate the community of Aberdeen for helping us win that Rooster Rush Award. We couldn't have done it without them, and we're just looking for bigger and better things for 22. And right now, numbers look to be okay. So I think we're doing well. So
Thank you very much
Thanks.
for
Thank
joining
you.
us. Appreciate it. With that, we'll move along to our review and approval of the claims and payroll. We've got our bills for this week, March 28th, and we've got our payroll for the period of March 13th through March 26th, as well as Social Security, insurance, retirement, health, and life insurance. Can I get a motion to pay those bills, please?
Move to approve. Second.
Got a motion from Councilman Lunsman and a second from Councilman Remley. Jordan, would you give us a roll call vote, please?
Councilmember Rux,
Aye.
Langer,
Aye.
Reinbold,
Aye.
Johnson,
Aye.
Lunsman,
Aye.
Remley,
Aye.
Ronayne,
Aye.
Mayor Shoneman.
Aye, motion does carry. Next, we've got our city manager's report. Joe?
At the last meeting, you approved a traffic study. Really will focus on 6th Avenue and Main, leading us towards if a two-way transformation is even possible. Today, we had a meeting with them, kind of kicking that off, and they're actually doing some data counting over the next couple of days, so you may notice some of that. And then I want to follow up on Casey's comment. I have to tell you, that's a true story. When I first got here, and I'm trying to learn everything I can learn about Aberdeen, I caught on to Catherine giving her weekly update of events coming up in the community. And she was really excited about it, and she just gets you right in tune. So the first time I met with Casey, I said, "Man, I'll tell you that Catherine that does those updates, those are really interesting." And he goes, yeah, every week before she does it, right before she goes on air, and I try and calm her down and tell her, just be calm. And I was like, don't you dare, let her loose. This is great. And she does do a really good job. And I think she probably brings about as many people to town as anybody, and reminds people of the events. But yes, Casey and his staff do a great job, and we appreciate that. And that's all.
Thank you all very much. If no one else has anything else, I would take a motion to adjourn this meeting.
Second.
Motion from Councilman Rux, second from Councilman Lensman. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, nay. Motion does carry. We are adjourned. Thank you all very